So you may be wondering why we're where we are. Well, we have Lazerbeak with us.
Obviously.
Yeah, he's actually guided us to this realm.
Absolutely. It's one of my many gifts.
So Lazerbeak of Doomtree does a lot of dope stuff, and right now we're enjoying ourselves. But you have a project that you're getting ready to drop, or you probably will see it in stores, online.
Maybe in the background,
Yeah.
right here. Yeah, I do.
It's called Luther.
It's called Luther.
Explain explain Luther to everybody, because
Okay.
this is like different than people expect from Doomtree.
Yeah, this is different than anything I've ever made too. I've been a producer for like 2 decades now, usually working on other people's projects and more behind the scenes stuff. And I got into like business stuff and management and running a label. So the last solo record I actually made was in 2012, and that was like 7 years ago now. And time flies, and that was like bangers. That was like 20 fast rap, bang your head joints.
Lava bangers.
Lava bangers, yeah.
Yeah.
Which ended up a lot of that turned into Lizzo bangers, and so. But I hadn't been inspired to make anything just by myself. I'd been really inspired by collaboration the last like 7 years, and then I had 3 crazy children in the last 7 years.
Beautiful, crazy.
Beautiful, idiot children. And I also got really, I would have been the last person that thought I would go down this path, but in my like mid-30s, I got really inspired by like mindfulness and meditation and self-care based on like just going down a rabbit hole of kind of anxiety and depression that had been building throughout my life. And I think a lot of us that have really hectic lives or jobs that we have kind of created for ourselves that aren't just like a 9-to-5 that you punch into, go through that. And I think I had been a person that always was teetering on biting off more than I could chew, but always stayed on the edge. And I finally took like a big ass jump off that edge maybe 3 years ago. And I really was able to find in that like really dark place some really like practical mental health things that kind of were able to help me come out of that and just have a better outlook on life.
Okay.
So all of that, like the good, the bad, the ugly, 7 years, I get inspiration coming out of that to make a solo record for the first time. And that felt beautiful because I didn't expect that. It had been so long that I was like, okay, I'm just gonna make music with other people. I'll be behind the scenes, I'll produce. But to just get like a thunderbolt of inspiration on a personal level was like beautiful. And I cracked out this Luther album in like 3 months. And it was basically the impetus of it was, what is the opposite of this Lava Bangers record? Like my whole style is like everything in the kitchen sink, epic bangers. What haven't I tried? And this is to me the opposite. If you want to really, if I could transport you to a volcano right now, Zeke, okay? Lava. This is Lava Bangers. This is 7 years ago. So Luther to me is when the lava hits the water and cools down and turns into land, and we get, it's just calm and rebirth.
Beach right now? Can we
Are
go
we
to
at
the beach?
Yeah, we have some like calming.
Are there palm trees behind us?
A private island? Is that Fire Festival back there?
Where's Ja?
Oh my God, where's Ja? Where is Ja? We gotta find him. But that is like what ended up happening is I made this like really chill instrumental thing that is very patient and slow and gradual. And instead of just putting like 30 tracks on top of each other, I might still have 30 tracks, but each one gets its own little moment. And it's just this idea of like, it's kind of background music. It's kind of just like we're all so inundated with hectic mayhem, and whether that's like you following on your 4 social media accounts and keeping up with your DMs and your emails and your voicemails and your people in real life, we are not taking time for ourselves. And this was a really cathartic process in making this music and in hopefully presenting this music to others as a way to be like, just let this be in the background and you focus on yourself and do some things for yourself. And so in a way, I'm just trying to like lay the foundation for others to find some of the peace that I've found in the last few years. And that's kind of it.
That's incredible. I personally, he taught me how to meditate. You led me to like just different formats of ways to like be mindful and different apps to follow to chill out and focus for at least 5 to 10 minutes a day. And I have been doing it. It really helped me out. And one thing that you have right here, tell us about.
Oh yeah, I just popped in and I want to gift Augie and Sophia their very own Lazerbeak gratitude journal, okay? This is big right here.
This is sweet.
This is new. This is basically just a notebook. But it says Lazerbeak. It says present, patient, gentle, kind on the front, which is kind of a mantra that I've kind of picked up. I feel like that really does it. Like whenever I'm really scrambling or overwhelmed, these are the words that I go back to. Like be present, be patient, be gentle, be kind, you know, try to get rid of the negativity and the anger and all that stuff and just come to a peaceful core. So one of the biggest things for me, the easiest techniques that I've found, and I just want to say too that like, I'm not an expert in any of this stuff, and I definitely don't have like a PhD in philosophy or whatever. These are honestly just things that have worked for me, and I want to share my experience. And I don't want to preach or be like, this is exactly how you do it, but this works for me, and I know a lot of other people that this works for. And then the idea of just keeping a gratitude journal every day. And the idea is whether it's in the morning when you wake up or whether it's at night when you go to bed, whatever that time is that's steady for you, you write down 3 things that you're thankful for. And it doesn't have to be like earth-shattering, you know, I'm thankful for the atmosphere that creates the rain that waters my plants or whatever. Like, I'm thankful that my great-grandmother, you know, sacrificed her career to have my grandmother. Yeah, exactly. It literally should take 30 seconds or less, and it can be the most ridiculous first thing that pops into your head situation. Like right now, on the spot, I'm thankful for Zeke, who's filming this, and his leather sweatpants, because they're insane, and they made me smile. We'll get that. I'm thankful for peach cobbler. I had some last night, it's absolutely delicious. And I'm thankful for that feeling when you're in traffic, and this might just be a Minnesota thing, but you let somebody in, and you get the little wave.
Oh.
I love that. Yeah. I'm always like, you got it, man, that's my pleasure. So the more you do this, and the more you do it daily, the easier it becomes, and there's actual scientific proof that after like 30 days, if you can do this and get in the routine, you're actually like changing the way that your brain processes, and you're creating a more positive outlook on life. And I'm proof of that. Like I struggled with finding the good in things a lot. And now I've rewired my brain to almost like see that before the bad, and it's really been powerful. And again, I literally have an app that buzzes me at 9 o'clock every night. It's just like, hey guy, write some things down. Oh. And I type it in, and it's done.
That's cool.
Better than my butt.
So, this is my challenge to you guys. I have one for you too, Augie.
Yes.
But I want you guys to try doing this every night.
I'm with it. I like that.
I'm definitely. Well, I'm grateful that you're here right now.
Yes. Hey, I am too.
That's one down.
Yeah.
So another thing that you like said, like this just help you wire your brain. But you also meditate, right?
I do.
So right now, where would you imagine us?
Oh man. Well, if it's me, we're in my Doomtree office, which Zeke has been in, and it's not a very pretty sight in the background. So let's go somewhere for new beginners that might feel a little more inviting. How about a quiet little waterfall with some forest and jungle and some woodland creatures, maybe I don't know. Maybe some singing animals. Yeah. But you know, a place of peace. It's warm out. There's not a bunch of snow on the ground, and your kids are in school. You don't have to take care of them anymore. And what I try to do is, again, meditation and yoga and all these things seemed really. I was skeptical. And I was cynical, and it feels like this new age thing that everyone gets into and hippies out. But just the idea of taking this doesn't have to be like a 2 hours out of your day. This is like, for me, 10 minutes every morning. And I try to do it in the morning before I really kick the day off because it centers me. A lot of people do it at night as a way to unpack the day and kind of put everything away. But the big thing is, try not to like drink 7 cups of coffee before you get into this. Like, you know, like I wake up, I get my kids out the door, and I get to the office, and instead of opening, and I really try hard, and I will say this is kind of a side note, but like, don't open social media the second you wake up. Don't open your email the second you wake up, or immediately go to answer the text that you missed over the night. Like, you are fragile in that state, and you need to have a little time to adjust to the day. You know, wash your face, brush your teeth, like do your little routine before your mind is ready to deal with some of these like big things like emails and where tone is so important and attitude and personality come into play. So I try really hard not to look at my phone. Okay. I do my thing. I take a shower, whatever. I listen to my music in the car. That's my me time. Get to the office, and that's when I open up this meditation app. So for me, it's Headspace. It's different for a lot of people. You can do it without a guided meditation. But it's 10 minutes, and it's just about you. And in that 10 minutes, you're really reflecting on yourself. And I think in order for you to be a better person to others, you really have to take care of yourself first. Like, you have to be at your best in order to be at your best for others. And that is not selfish. That's like, you're gonna be a better person and a better friend and a better family member to people if you've taken the time to nurture yourself. So 10 minutes. So I have an app called Headspace, and it's guided meditations. It's like this guy Andy, he's like, yeah, where is he? He's British. He's British. This very similar accents. Yeah, and he straight up walks you through this thing. Like, he's gonna help you out. You're not gonna be all alone. Like, he's gonna talk to you the whole time and tell you what to do.
Hi. Over the next 10 sessions, I'm going to show you a really simple way of getting some more headspace in your life. Don't worry if you've never done anything like this before. This is a really straightforward technique, and I'm going to talk you through every step of the way. But all you need to do right now is to sit back and relax. So make sure that you're sitting comfortably. Actually, I'd like you to begin with your eyes open and just taking a big deep breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. As you breathe in, just feeling the lungs expand as they fill with air. And as you breathe out, just feeling the body soften a little bit as you gently close the eyes. And you can just allow the breath to return to its natural rhythm, in and out of the nose. And as you pause for a moment, just noticing the feeling of the body, the weight of the body pressing down against the seat beneath you.
11 minutes later.
Bam! Yeah, we did it.
Session 1 was good.
Session 1, you feel all right?
Yeah.
I think it's just really good. Like, our minds are doing such crazy work for us at all times that they need a break or like a little bit of their own time. Like, how do you feel? This is something, you don't do this generally, right?
No. What's interesting is I was using the Headspace app for I did it for like a month.
Oh, you did?
She put me on the
Okay.
Headspace app.
Yeah.
And I liked it. And then for whatever reason, I stopped using it.
Yeah.
And I do feel like my brain's a little bit more energized.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I find that it's just generally like a big thing that they talk about a lot is this idea of like clouds. So if you think of thoughts as clouds, like some days you're really happy, you don't have a lot to do, or you're just like, for whatever reason, you're in a really good mindset, and it's not cloudy at all. It's really bright and clear. And other days, those thoughts or the negative feelings, whatever, it's just gonna happen. There's no way to avoid that. That's part of life. But it's recognizing that even in those dark times with like a bunch of clouds everywhere and thunderstorms, whatever, like there's always a blue sky above that. And he talks about how anytime you take an airplane ride, eventually, no matter what, you're up there way at the top and there's nothing but clear sky and it's blue. And to know that like that is always there, even in these hardships and whatnot, and you can always kind of come back to that and clear out that stuff, and take time to do that has been really impactful for me, because I was one that would just get so overwhelmed I couldn't possibly see out anything other than was just in my, busy mind. So trying to do that, I don't do it every day. Like, ideally you do that every day and you get a routine going and that becomes part of your thing. But I think they really do say if you could do it like 3 times a day, and even if it was for 3 minutes a day, I really think you will see, like, you'll be more in tune with yourself, and I think you'll see a positive impact. So that's meditation.
I like that.
You know?
At least that our friend Andy got us.
Yeah, our friend Andy, exactly. I don't want to take credit for that, but there's lots of, shout out to Australians too, though. You guys are cool. We're in Australia now. Amazing. Okay. Thanks, Zeke.
So tell people they can find Luther on Spotify,
Yes.
iTunes.
Yep, it's out now. So all those places that you listen to music, it should be there. If it's not there, you hit me up and I'll get at them. But it should be on every streaming service. You can find it on YouTube, all that stuff. Yeah, go to doomtree.net. You can find everything there.
Or Alexa.
Yeah.
When you wake up, Alexa, play Luther.
Yeah, by Lazerbeak. If you say just play Luther, it will probably play some slow jams from Luther Vandross, which is also an excellent way to start your day. And I would highly recommend that. So maybe the 1-2 punch. Luther Vandross' greatest hits into Lazerbeak's Luther. But yeah, man, I mean, thank you guys for having me. Thank you for letting me take you on this journey. And I hope that I want to check back in. I want to see how everything's going with you. We'll do the gratitude journal. I challenge you to try the meditation. I challenge you to try the meditation. And just more than anything, take care of yourself. Like, I don't think enough emphasis is put on taking care of our own selves. And it's not selfish. It's actually really important for you and those around you to take that quality time and really look after yourself, and don't let this chaotic world get you down.
Thank you.
Bam!
Ladies and gentlemen.
Come on! And shout out to Fila. It's Fila Dad in the building. Also a great way to wake up is put on a new Fila tracksuit. But